YouTube family, what is up? Wholesale 2 Million family community. Today, I'm bringing you guys first subscriber, first wholesale deal interview. Lucas, how much is your first wholesale deal?
It was exactly $21,666.
Okay, so 21,600 some bucks. Hell to the yeah, bro.
Yep.
I want to say, dude, Lucas, I want to say congrats. And you are a realtor, correct?
Yes.
So you did this wholesale deal while you were a real estate agent.
Yes.
Perfect. For those of you listen, if you're a real estate agent, if you are a realtor and you're wondering, because I get this question all the time, Khang, can I wholesale as a realtor? This video is for you. I'm going to have Lucas break down his first deal for $21,000 plus as an agent. Lucas, let's rock and roll. First off, bro, is that let's go ahead and talk about a little bit about your background, dude.
For sure. Yeah, so I live in small town, Northeast Indiana, so pretty rural. Played basketball my whole life. I was going to college, and I was class of 2020. So that's kind of when I found you, Ryan Pineda.
Hey.
And I was always the adventurous type, entrepreneurial. So I knew college really wasn't for me. I was just doing it honestly for basketball. And after my first semester, I decided I want to go into something business related. Didn't really know what. Family friend, he does flips here in town. He was like, why don't you get into real estate? So started my pre-licensing to be a realtor. And then I got licensed. And that's basically what leads me to this. So I got licensed in November of 2022. So I've only been licensed for 2 years.
Okay.
And I've sold 54 houses in those 2 years.
Dude, beast mode.
And then I have several. I have 4 flips pending right now.
Damn.
So my goal for the end of the year, I have 35 right now houses sold. My goal is to hit 40. So if everything, Lord willing, that's pending closes, I'll hit that mark. So.
Dude, Lucas, wait a second, bro. How old are you, man? You look hella young, bro.
22.
22. I'm telling you, man, these young hustlers, dude, I'm so impressed, man, because when I was 22, bro, I was still stuck working at a jail to be making, I don't know, at that time, probably like $12 an hour, bro. And you're here at 22. You have sold 54 homes already. And that is as an agent.
Yes,
right?
that's wholesaling and agents, so listings and buying and selling.
Dang, okay. You got 4 fix and flip.
Yep.
Now the fix and flip, Lucas, are you doing it with a partner or are you doing it all by yourself?
Yeah, so how I structure it is I either go in with a partner or I use private money. So it's just smarter for my end to utilize my resources. So that's kind of what I do with that aspect. But as an agent, what some people get confused with is, like you talked about earlier, some people don't think you can wholesale, or like they're not very creative. Being creative doesn't only benefit you, but it benefits your clients and your community. So if you can give them more options to use as basically like an arsenal, you're not only benefiting yourself, but the people you're serving. Because at the end of the day, whether you're wholesaling, whether listing the home, or you're going to buy it and flip it, you're providing a service to these people in need. You just got to find them and help them. So that's our goal at the end of the day. So my proposition to people is I'm straight up with them. I tell them I can list this property on market. We can buy it cash as is, or we can buy it and flip it. But usually, like the wholesaling aspect, what I'm gearing towards now is either to wholesale it or to like a wholesale, almost just buy it and list it on market right away, because I am an agent. So it just saves me. It just is convenient for me to do that aspect of it if it's possible.
Dude, I love it, man. Dude, Lucas, at 22, dude, the way that you talk, bro, it just sounds so good, dude. Like your communication skill, bro, top notch at 22. So for those of you, if you're a realtor, yes, you can wholesale, just like Lucas said. But I think as an agent, if you're a real estate, if you're licensed, you can come to the table and you can present the seller with multiple offer, right? Or multiple options, which means for you, Lucas, you'd be like, hey, I can list your property at X amount. Okay. But you would have to so let's just say that you come to me, I'm a seller. Let's kind of role play this, Lucas, so people kind of understand as an agent how they need to position themselves to actually get a deal.
Yeah, sure.
So let's just say I'm a seller.
Okay. So what's the situation? Actually, I can use the situation to make it easier for the story. This was last week. Home, they're 3 weeks away from being in a pre-foreclosure. And so they have 21 to 28 days. I told them, listen, we could list this right now for about probably 115, how it sits right now. But probably what's going to happen is, one, you're going to owe realtor fees. Two, you're going to have closing costs, which is typical. But the most important thing for this situation is timing. Average days on market right now is about 21 to 28 days, and that's if that's like average. But it's winter time here in Indiana, so it's a little bit slower. Now it's about 4 to 5 weeks as the average. So they need something quick. So it's not going to make sense to list it because, one, they don't have money for repairs, which they definitely will need to make for a retail buyer. And it just wouldn't make sense to list it. So the other option I gave them was, listen, you may make more money initially out the gate with this, but you don't have the time. So we're trading equity for speed and convenience. We're going to get you what you need. And how I run it is get them what they need to get out, but also give them profit, because I treat people how I would want to be treated, or my family. So I give them enough to get out, and then we're also giving a good chunk of profit. That way they have something to either rent or to put down on like a mobile home or something to get out, so they have a home. So that's kind of how I structure that. But say, like in this circumstance, like if you were a seller in a pre-foreclosure, I would say, okay, we can list it at, let's just say, the 115, but you're going to have the realtor fees, you're going to have to make repairs, and obviously the situation for you guys, the timing is not of the essence. We need something quick. So here's my solution for you. We can buy it how it is, close as soon as possible, and we'll give you what you need plus $30,000. How does that sound to you? Is that fair? And I mean, you can go.
Okay, dude, no, Lucas, dude, I like this. So for you as a real estate agent, all you guys need to all you can make sure that when you talk to a seller is you have to disclose to the seller that you are a real estate agent, that you're not going to represent them. You're going to come in as an investor, whatever it is, and it needs to be on your contract, and you should be good to go. Don't let anybody scare you that's saying, oh, as a realtor, you can't wholesale. Wholesaling is illegal. I have so many realtor friends, Lucas right here too, that can tell you that this can be done as a realtor. All right. So people that tells you as a realtor you can't wholesale probably have never done a deal before, and like you said, they're probably not creative enough, and all they do is they go by the book. Okay. So Lucas, you present the situation. I want to role play with you just a tiny bit here, man. Okay. I mean, Lucas, you definitely have a point. Like, I mean, we only have X amount of time. I do want to get rid of this thing fast. I don't want to lose the property and walk away with nothing, but 30,000 seems, and I don't want to give it away to you just for me to get 30,000. I mean, is that the best you guys can do?
Yeah. So our numbers here, like I told you that I'm going to disclose, when it's all fixed up, it'll probably be worth 160, 165, depending on what finishing touches you would do. So what we're doing here is, like I said, we can definitely list it tomorrow, right? If pictures are done at 115, but I cannot promise you that it'll be sold before that pre-foreclosure status. And then those fees rank up, and it's going to be more fees. It's going to be more of a hassle for you. We can purchase it right now how it is for $80,000. Like I said, we're trading our equity that you have for speed and convenience, making this process as simple as possible. We'll cover your taxes, your closing costs, giving you a good profit out the top. And that's kind of how it sits right now with our offer.
I love it, man. So sometimes you got to stand your ground, and the way you position it and saying, hey, go back to the pain. We're providing you all this benefit. 30,000 is better than nothing. Lucas, I love it, man. Okay. So, dude, so this deal, so let's talk about the $21,600 some dollar deal here.
Yeah.
What lead is that come from?
So I'll make it a quick. I've never told anyone this story actually, except people that were a part of it. So what happened was I got licensed in November of 22. It's Midwest in the winter. Most service businesses are slow. Real estate, landscaping, etc. Roofing. It's usually freaking cold here in the winter, so you can't really do much outside. So usually things slow down between when I got licensed, Thanksgiving to about after New Year, and then it starts to pick back up once the snow starts to melt and people are moving around, spring break, etc. So pretty slow. I just left college. I didn't have much funds, so I was looking at work. I was doing this full time. I had some funds saved up from the last couple of years of just normal work stuff, worked at a nursing home and a factory while I was in school. And it was getting to the point where...
Wait. Hold on a second. Yeah. Lucas, like this is the part where I need people to understand. Like people said real estate's, no money down real estate and all of that. And some of you will be like, well, Khang, I thought that you start real estate with no money. A lot of you don't understand is first you got to trade your time for that money. We all started working at a JO to B, right? It's what you do with that money. So Lucas, I want to, how many years did you spend working at the nursing home and odd jobs?
Yeah, so I worked at Dairy Queen, fast food restaurant, and nursing home for about 3 years. I worked at the factory for 6 months going into college.
Okay.
And then throughout that time, I was still working at the nursing home too as well. So I was just in the kitchen in the nursing home, and I was just utilizing my money for marketing. So for skip tracing to get better lists, to pay for batch leads, all that stuff.
Gotcha. So Lucas, within those years, man, let's just say within those 4 years of working jobs and odd jobs, dude, how much were you making a year, and how much money did you have to save up?
Man, I was probably making like W2, probably 20,000 max.
Damn. Okay.
And that was between 17 to 20 years old.
Okay, so from 17 to 20. Okay, and so how much money did you have in the bank when you actually got into the real estate?
I had about 10.
Dang. As you guys can see, dude, even though Lucas is making $22,000 a year, he still have 10K saved up to kickstart his side hustle, his business that he wants to do. And majority of you are making $100,000 a year, and you don't even have $1,000 in bank. Ridiculous, dude. My whole thing is like, Lucas, till today, dude, I can't believe and understand how people in their mid-20s or 30s are still living with their parents, leeching off of them and asking for handouts.
Yep.
Unbelievable, man. Okay, so Lucas, let's go back to your story.
Yeah, so I was working part-time doing those places. I went to real estate full-time once I got licensed. And so I didn't sell anything. I got licensed in November, so I didn't get a sale in November, December, or January. It's about mid-January, and I was like, I'm working my butt off, and I'm seeing some good contacts and good returns, but I needed some more capital to work with. And I'm not I like to be working. I like to work. I'm a workaholic. So I was going to work somewhere part-time, and I was going to work at a part-time factory here in town. And it's weird. I'm a believer, so it's just weird how God's timing works out here. So I was going to work part-time at this factory. I did the orientation online. The day before I was supposed to start, man, there was something in my soul that said, do not start this job. And so I called them up. I said, I'm not coming in tomorrow. Next day I go to the office and work on real estate. And I was talking to my partner at this time, my wholesaling partner, about this lead that I had. And he was like, you need to message them like right now. I messaged him. A week later, we're under contract. But to answer your question, the lead was actually a friend of mine. His parents were going through some issues with unemployment and taxes, and just life was happening to them.
Sure.
And they got some other people that were blowing them up about buying their home cash as is, but it was super low. And I knew that we could get them a good amount and still make a good profit. And it ended up working out. We got it literally the day I was supposed to go in to work at a factory. I got this deal set up for the appointment. We go to the appointment the next week, get it under contract. We got under contract for about 89.
89,000.
Yeah. And with this one, it wasn't just me. It was me and two other agents at the brokerage I was at. So we all split it 3 ways, but we all made 21,600.
Holy cow. So it would have been 2040. So it's like $60,000 wholesale deal.
Yeah. So if I would have done it myself, it would have been about 60,000. But obviously I had the lead. I did the paperwork and all that stuff, but they found the buyer and basically did all the title work and all that stuff.
Right.
So,
hold on a second. So Lucas, you got under contract for 89,000. How much money did it cost you?
$20 in gas.
There you go.
I bought a lockbox too, so probably about 70.
$70 to make 20-something thousand, bro, dude. And people always ask me, so Khang, I mean, you never ask them the earnest money deposit. How much earnest money deposit do you put down?
I think we only did $500.
There you go, $500.
On like a retail purchase, you want to aim for like 1%. But
Right.
you can, like, I've seen some people that do it for 50 or 100, but our lowest is around 500.
Gotcha. I mean, dude, I have students that put property in a contract with just $10.
Yeah.
So, Lucas, so how did you? Okay, so now let's. Okay, so you got the property in a contract for 89,000. How did you find the buyer?
They had a buyer's spreadsheet of just people that they've been working with, and that's why it's a good resource to them. Like, some people had said, "Well, you just gave up 40,000." I'm like, "Well, that's what you get to tap into the network." I said, "I might not have been able to find a buyer without these people." Right. You know what I mean? So they just had buyers that they were working with in the past, and they had a guy looking for a project by a lake, and it was a win-win for everybody. Sellers got their money, we all made a good profit, and they got a good spread on a lake property. So,
dude, Lucas, I love the mindset, man, because a lot of people always look at other people's pocket. So basically, what you did there was just a JV deal. For those of you who don't know, it's a joint venture, which means Lucas got the property in contract for 89K. A broker, another broker found a buyer, and then they end up doing the deal together and then split it 3 ways.
Yep.
I don't know about you, man. Do you rather make 21,000 that, hey, I got a buyer that's ready to go, or are you worried about making the 60K and unsure and lose on a deal?
Yep.
I have people all the time. Yeah, dude. The thing is, a lot of times, dude, greed will get you. And if you want to take your shot, do it. But for me, dude, I always take something that's just ready to go. Hey, you found a buyer, you want to split? Let's go ahead and do it. Right?
Yep.
So, Lucas, I know that you also got 4 flips, man, going on, dude. So you got 4 flips. You got any partner in on these flips?
Yep. So one is actually actively listed. We just listed that last week. So that one was, we partnered up on that one. Came from a handwritten letter. They were behind on taxes. So we purchased that at, well, coincidentally, also 89,000. So that seems to be the fitting number.
Yeah.
We got this one for 89, and then was listed right now for 260.
How much?
But we put a lot into it. We put over 200,000. We put around 200,000 into it. It needed a lot. We made it.
Wait. No way. Hold on a second. You bought it for 89K. So and then you put over 200.
Sorry. We're all in at 200,000.
Okay. So you're all in at 200. So let's just say you got full price accepted at 260. After all the closing costs, all the commission, what do you guys plan to walk away with this?
We'll walk away with about 40.
Okay, so 40K, 20 each.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 40K. Now the question and next I want to ask you is how long did that flip took you?
It was about 4 months.
Okay, so 4 months. You guys need to understand this, man. Okay, 4 months to make 40K. Why didn't you wholesale it?
We just wanted to do it was just one in town, and we knew the people, and it was just promised to them. But
I see.
But I got another one that I'm going to probably wholesale. I just got this one last week under contract.
So hold on, Lucas. Before we talk about that, so it took you 4 months to make 40K, and then the split. Okay, if you were to wholesale that property, looking back, if you were to wholesale it, how much you guys could have made, and how fast you could have wholesaled that deal?
Yeah, looking back, if you would have wholesaled it, we probably could have made probably 25 to 30 in 2 weeks, probably. So, I mean, that probably would have been smart in hindsight, for sure. Yeah. But it was just something local that we wanted to get done.
No, sure. I mean, Lucas, I absolutely understand. And the reason I point this out is because, when I started my real estate career 12 years ago, I started out as fix and flip, and it was a nightmare. It was a shit show, bro. It was a shit show. Dealing with contractor, babysitting, waking up, going to Home Depot. It's just a nightmare. Yeah, so for those of you who think that fix and flip is sexy, listen, if you want to do 1 or 2 a year and you want to just focus on cosmetic, that's fine. But if you really want to scale up to the point where you can fix and flip and make 50,000 a month, 100,000 a month, dude, it takes a lot of capital. So what I'm saying here is, Lucas, they basically risk $200,000 to make 40K. Instead, they could have just risked $500, which is the EMD, and made $30,000 in 2 weeks.
Yep.
But I understand why you did this flip, because it was a promise that it is. So it makes total sense.
Yep.
Okay, so Lucas, there's another deal that you want to talk about. What is it?
Yes. So I just got this one last week. I made a post on social media. Came from one of the agents in a city local to us, and said, "Hey, I have a client that is about to go into foreclosure, and I just saw your post, and I was seeing if you could help us out. So this guy is behind on payments, and he'd be open to a short sale. So for those of you who don't know what a short sale is, it's basically you would take, you would purchase it for less than what is owed for it. So what we're doing is we're under contract right now at 130,000. It's worth 200 and about 55 fixed up, and it only needs cosmetic work. So with this one, I'm probably considering a wholesale deal because it's about 45 minutes from like my home base, my office, and it would just be faster. And it's a good spread. It gets pretty good spread as far as repairs and what needs done.
How much are you going to make on this deal if you wholesale it?
I'm planning to get at 130 and probably sign at 165 or 170.
Dang. So about 30, 35 or so K.
Yep.
Dang. Better than the flip, I bet.
Yep.
So
more or less,
now,
yeah, it's going to be easier.
Yeah, way easier. So on this one, Lucas, since it's a short sale, how much did the seller owe on the property?
He owed 160. So the thing is, we're in right now is it's going through that process now.
Yep.
And with a short sale, the lender, the bank, whoever, the mortgage company has to okay it, that it's okay to sell it for under. So even if we have to do 160, it's still going to be a good spread for us. We'll just either net less on a wholesale or make less on the flip, but it's still going to be it's still a good amount of money regardless. But right now we got it under contract at 130. So
I love it, man. So a lot of you don't understand short sales. Short sales takes time, right? Even though you're under contract, it's still got to go. Like you have to have someone that's really good at it to negotiate with the bank.
Yep.
To be able to convince them to actually sell that at that 130. So even if you're under contract with the seller at a certain amount of price, but it's still got to go through the bank. But as long as the seller's good, they sign off, it's still got to go to the bank, and it takes a long time. It could take 3 months, 6 months for you to get the deal. But a lot of times a short sale deal and a bank approved, dude, it's a killer deal.
Yep.
So congrats, man. So when you do short sales, just make sure that you have a badass negotiator that will be able to convince the bank to sell for that price. Dude, awesome. So Lucas, let me ask you, dude. So once again, what was your goal for this year again?
My goal was to sell 50 houses, and I'm going to, Lord willing, end up with about 40. So last year I sold 19.
Nice.
So I've been more than doubled. So that's pretty good for me.
Love it. Now, Lucas, I know you mentioned you also went to college for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for someone who's watching this, that they're in their 20s, man, or they just graduate from high school.
Yeah.
And they don't know, man, should I go to college? Should I not go to college? Or should I do what Lucas is doing? Or should I just find a business to go into? What would be your advice, bro?
My advice, first off, would be to pray about it. And then secondly, you got to take action. So for me, my goal is to be financially free, retire my parents, be able to do whatever I want, whenever I want. But I love to work. So I want to be behind something that helps people and gives people a solution to their problems. I like to solve problems. So my advice would be to whatever field you go into, whether it's college or you work or you start a business, do it 110%, keep God in the center of it, and it'll all pan out accordingly. But I would say I'm pretty anti-college because most of the people that are teaching you don't know what they're talking about. They're reading from some book that someone else wrote, and they just want to try to keep you in the system because if you're in the system, that's how they make money. So, but like I said, if your plan is to be a great teacher in a school, perfect. But you got to realize the repercussions of that. You're going to be capped. That's your role. You're going to be capped for your salary. You can't complain about your circumstances if that's the path you take. But if you want to get into something entrepreneurial, like I said, just keep God in the center of it and pray about it and do something that you're passionate about, but also do something that will challenge you because passion will only take you so far. So.
Oh, man, dropping bomb. So, Lucas, let's just say that I am starting out. I'm now working at a JO to B. I do want to get into real estate, but I'm a little nervous and I'm a little scared. Did you felt the same? And how did you overcome that fear?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I still get a little bit spooked stuff like before calls and text and appointments and stuff. But the main thing I realized is I played basketball. I played in college, and I treat real estate just like a basketball game. So Only way to get better is practice. And I heard a quote one time when I was still playing basketball: if you're not nervous, you don't care, and you're not ready. So it's a good thing to feel that nervous and scaredness, but you got to realize where it's coming from. And the spirit of fear does not come from the Lord. So especially if you're a believer or not, that's pretty a wise thing in the Bible right there, 1 Timothy. So you got to realize that fear is not coming from God. So when you realize where that's coming from, there's a reason they're trying to instill fear in you, is because that's the path you're supposed to go through. So.
Woo! Dang. All right, Lucas. Man, I wish we would have had more time because I have so much question for you, man. But Lucas, any last words you want to say to the viewer?
I would say keep God in the center, work hard, and go get some money, baby.
Let's go get this money. Lucas, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, dude. And
Yes,
dude,
sir.
keep me posted on your journey, and then let's bring you back next year, bro.
For sure. I'll keep you posted, bro. I appreciate that. Have a good
Lucas,
holidays.
You too, bro. Thank you,
you.
bro. Have a good one. Damn, dude. I got to tell you, man, Luke is 22, but the way that he carries himself and the word and the choice of the word that he chooses and the way that he talks, dude, the guy just carry himself so well. Because I look at me when I was 22, dude. My God, bro. Dude, I was not anywhere near or compared to the cat. But it tells you that anybody, right, can change, can improve themselves, can become more valuable, more skills, whatever you lack in, all right, you can build that, whatever it is that you need to build. All right, guys. So for those of you who's watching this and you're like, hey, Khang, I do want to take that next step, that leap of faith. I want to get into wholesaling. I want to learn how to build my own business, because the beauty about wholesaling, literally, you can do this completely virtual. I've been virtually wholesaling for the past 6+ years, which means we don't meet the seller. We don't see the property. We don't meet up with the buyer. Everything, all you need is a laptop, a phone, and internet, and you can literally wholesale virtually from anywhere. You can be in Bora Bora. You can be in Mexico. You can be in Tahiti. You can be in Europe. I have a friend that traveled all around the world, and all he carries with him is a phone, a laptop. He connected to Wi-Fi, and the guy's making 6-figure a month wholesaling. Obviously, you got to have a team. When you get to the point where you're making $100,000 plus, you got to have a team. Just like me, I have a team of 7 VAs run my whole entire wholesaling operation. But for those of you who's like, Khang, I want to build this business. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to create my own business. Like, I'm sick and tired of working at the 9 to 5. I want to get out of the rat race, right? Remember, you're not going to get rich by working at a job. So you got 2 choices to make, my friend. Either be the boss or work for a boss. Okay? So for those of you who be like, hey, Khang, I want to work with you and your team. How can I get mentorship or coaching? All you need to do is go to coachwithkhang.com, fill out the application, book a call with my team. I love to bring you on to my Wholesale to Million Academy, where we help students around the world closing their first deal. I got a student that's now closing his 5th, his 6th, working on his 7th deal right now. Let me talk to you about my most recent student. His name is Andrew, and I also brought him on a YouTube interview. The guy, dude, had a very bad accent, came from Vietnam, just like me, but his accent is worse than mine. Dude, the guy just closed his first deal for $288,000. Move his mom, his mother-in-law, or his mom in with him now, taking care of the whole entire family. He can literally take 2 years off and still be okay. But you know it, man. Hustler. We don't stop. When we make $288,000, we're like, damn, if I can make $288K, I can probably make 2M. Also, too, another one. I brought him on an interview as well. His name is Perry. You can check out my YouTube. Within 3 months, closed his first deal for $83,000. Jamil, another one, closed his first deal for 25G. Now, listen, this is not a get rich quick. For those of you who think this is a get rich quick, it's not. Nothing worth having comes easy. If you want to make more money than regular people, you have to put in more work, right? You have to sacrifice a little bit more, which means when you get off from the job, you might have to put in an extra 2 to 3 hours to build your wholesaling business. You might have to work on weekends, right? You can't go party and clubbing, and you can't be out drinking, barbecuing, picnic, or birthday party. You might have to sacrifice that for the long-term, for your long-term goal, for your long-term happiness, for your future, for your family future. So the question you need to ask yourself is, would you sacrifice the next 3 to 5 years to build this business to the point where you can make 25, 30, 50, 100,000 plus a month, control your own schedule, which means you get to wake up whenever you want, work whenever, wherever, and most importantly, it's with whoever the F that you want. You can spend now all the time in the world with your loved ones. You want to retire your parents? You want to take your wife or your husband out on this extravagant vacation, going first class? I just took Lon to California, and we flew first class. And I mean, we've been flying first class for a very long time now, but so it's nothing unnormal. But what unnormal is, I flew her to California. She custom made her diamond necklace, dropped $115,000 on that diamond necklace. Dude, I remember 20 years ago when Lon and I first dated. Lon, all she does is buy, obviously, stuff at Forever 21, TJ Maxx, Ross, just like some of you, right? She always buys the fake stuff because we couldn't afford the real stuff. And dude, when they say diamond is a girl's best friend, you know it, dude. You know it. All right. And Lon used to look at all the celebrity magazine with all the celebrities. They're having the diamonds. The fit costs over like 100 G's or whatever. She always wanted that life. She's like, dude, that would be so cool if I can actually do that one day. And here we are today, baby. So Lon and I are both high school dropout. We have no business degree, have no business experience. If we can do this, so can you. Every single one of you. The question you need to ask yourself is, are you committed? And do you have the work ethic? And you need to understand that it's going to take time. Okay? And that's why I said, would you sacrifice 3 to 5 years to build a business that you can one day wake up and make the money that you want, live where you want, have the house that you want, drive the car that you want, versus working for someone until you're 65? And if I'm speaking to you and you're like, Khang, that is totally me. I'm willing. I'm ready. Let's rock and roll. Go to coachwithkhang.com. I love to work with you. I love to help make your dreams, your goals become a reality. Okay? But you got to have the work ethic. You got to be coachable, and you got to be ready, and you got to be committed. Because if you're not, I don't want to work with people who are lazy. I don't want to work with people who have to get rich quick mindset, because I know it ain't going to happen overnight. Okay? And I don't want to work with excuse maker. When I tell you to do something, go and do it. Trust the process, believe in yourself, have faith, and just do it. All right? Some of you will go back and question me. Hey, Khang, you tell me to do that. Are you sure? Come on, man. Shit, bro. No shit, dude. Why would I tell you to do something and have it be wrong? Anyways, I appreciate each and every single one of you that are here with me. And I look forward to seeing you inside of my Wholesale to Million Academy. And let's change your life. And most importantly, let's change your bank account, baby. A lot of you, some of you, oh my God, some of you waiting for January 1st, 2025 to start the business, to start the journey, to make that New Year resolution. When I'm telling you, New Year resolution is bullshit. What should have been done today should have already been done yesterday. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. Most people who procrastinate, who wait, is never a winner. I did not become a millionaire because I waited. Dude, New Year resolution did not make me a millionaire. It's I do whatever I'm supposed to do. I put my priority on top and I start today. And there's a saying, tomorrow is not promised. And I heard some guy say this, tomorrow is not promised. So don't carry your dreams to the grave, to the graveyard. That's what he said. And I want to leave you guys with that. All right. I appreciate each and every single one of you that are here. I truly hope that this video does add a lot of value to you. Not just it motivates and inspire you, but also too is give you the self-confidence, the self-belief that you too can do this, that you too can make your dreams come true, that you too can make the money that you always wanted and have the business of your dreams. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. Until next time, take care, and let's go get this money. I'm out.